Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This video is going to be a new player, best PvP ship under $100. No BS, no frills, just what you should be flying and buying, okay? There's a lot of clickbait videos out there, and there's a lot of people that are getting frustrated with, what should I buy? So this is going to be a video from a person who has years of PvP experience in the game, so we're going to get started, okay? And I appreciate you being here. So in this video we're going to break down ships, price, hull HP, DPS, shields, how you should be building out, and we're going to give a shout out to Subliminal TV at Twitch and YouTube, who is an amazing resource on how you should be building these ships out and how you should, what you should be buying, what components you should be buying, and what weapons you run. I mean, the guy literally spends hours upon hours of his own time deciding and picking and finding out what works best every patch, because every patch, weapons change, components change. So give him a look, bookmark his website and just use him as a resource, because that's what he's there for, and he loves helping the community out, okay? But as far as starter packs, you basically only have three choices. There's a Mustang starter pack, Aurora, and then Avenger Titan starter pack, which is what I suggest you buy. The Avenger Titan starter pack, it's $70, and you get a hell of a ship for $70 with the game, okay? I believe that it's standalone Avenger Titan is like $55, but if you don't want to spend that much money, your choices are the Mustang or the Aurora. And they're both not bad ships, but they're not like an all-arounder, okay? So first up, the Mustang. It's just a simple starter ship. It can PvE, it can PvP, you can make it work, but it's never gonna be, something that feels like your main ship. Same with the Aurora. It was my personal starter ship. I like the Aurora. It flies nice. It feels like a cool starter ship in this game. So the Mustang, you can build it out for 1400 DPS, 12,000 shields. It has no missiles, no beds, unless you buy the rare buy ones. The Aurora, 1200 DPS, 12,000 shields. It comes with missiles, beds, storage. It's just, what you should be rocking. So, like I said, it was my personal starter ship. I personally like it. I think it feels cool. It looks kind of different, so that in itself, I still fly it to this day. I'll take it out and do some bounties, or try to kind of test my PvP skills, just flying that around and trying to take some people down. I like it. It's a fun ship. It's got a cool entry. The door swings. It's got a bed, which beds are kind of buggy right now. You're not really using beds right now anyway, but you will eventually use it. So Mustang, Aurora, I'd personally say go with the Aurora. It's just a cooler ship in my opinion, but it's not what we're going to be deeming as quote-unquote like personal best ship. It's just something that they offer to get you into the game, okay? You're going to eventually upgrade from these packs anyway if you like the game, and that's what I suggest you do. If you didn't buy the Avenger Titan starter pack, which is what you should be spending money on, you'll eventually upgrade these starter packs from the Mustang Aurora into a Titan, and that's going to lead us into the Titan. So the Avenger Titan does 1900 DPS, 12,000 shield. It's got missiles, bed, storage, 8 SEU of storage. So it's a cool little starter ship. It is the starter ship that you should be using. This should be on the cover of Star Citizen. The Avenger Titan, it's kind of like it does it all for the price, okay? And it's my personal ship that I fly if I do like high risk bounties, because I have a scattergun distortion build for it that it'll literally take a hammerhead down in like 4 or 5 shots, and I'll just solo hammerheads with this ship just because it's fun to fly. It's got good shields. It's just seemingly it feels like this ship the game should say, hey, buy this if you like our game. You know what I mean? It can PvP. I've got plenty of friends that do nothing but PvP in their Titan, and they love it. It's as maneuverable as a light fighter, but obviously there's going to be, not as good areas as well. But Avenger Titan, buy it. It's what you should be using. Okay. And that leads us to the 325A from Origin. 2300 DPS, 12,000 shields, missiles bed storage, toilet. This is my personal favorite solo ship. If I'm doing something solo, I'm flying this ship. It's the fighter variant, it's not the racer or the storage variant, and it's not the base model variant. So the 325A is the fighter variant. It's got a size 4 up front, and it's just feels good. It does plenty of DPS. It has missiles. You can build it out how you want, but obviously there is a best build per patch. But this is the ship that you should be flying if you say, hey, I want a solo ship that I'm going to be happy with. This is the ship, the 325A. I don't care what anybody else says. And if they say anything different, they can come see me in game and we can do some 1v1s for a couple million credits. Again, this can take on light fighters, it can take on bigger ships, Harbinger Sentinels, and it's just a very nice ship for the money that you're spending for what you get. This should be the solo ship, okay? And then moving on to the Gladius. 2700 DPS, 10,000 shields, missiles. This is the light fighter. So the only argument you have here under $100 is Gladius versus Arrow. And now that the Arrow only has 1 shields and the Gladius has 2, there's no questions. It's Gladius. Gladius is a little more expensive, so if that's a problem, then get the Arrow. But if you can afford the Gladius, then Gladius should be what you're flying, what you're learning how to PvP in with the game. It's just a phenomenal ship. Atmospheric flight, space flight, shields. It's just a really good ship. And in 3.13, the new patch, they're upgrading the Gladius to what's called Gold Standard, which is like a final iteration. So it's going to have, component modules, storage. It's just going to go to the Gold Standard phase, which is like the complete phase. So it's a really cool ship. My personal favorite ship. I've flown it for years. It's changed a lot over the years, but it's what I feel comfortable in, and it's just what I feel is like the quintessential like PvP solo light fighter of Star Citizen. And I get it. Money is a thing. So if you can't afford a Gladius or an Arrow solo purchase, then stay with a Avenger Titan, because it's a really good ship, and it can dogfight, and it can be comparable to these light fighters. Okay, so I'm just trying to steer you in a direction of what to spend your money on for the best bang for your buck. And as far as the light fighter category goes, it's the Gladius. There's no other question about it. And people that argue that, are steering you wrong, period. But best ship under $100 is, no surprise, it's a 325A variant, okay, from Origin. It's the ship that you should be upgrading to and you should eventually want. Okay, it's got everything you need. It's got the weapons, the shields, the maneuverability, the speed. It's got a bed, it's got a toilet. It's the ship that is my personal favorite, and if I'm doing something solo, it's probably in this ship. Okay, so the only suggestion I would make is don't upgrade a certain ship to the 325A. Like, don't upgrade an Avenger to a 325A or like an Aurora to a 325A, because when you buy a 325A, you get the ability to customize it. So you get to pick paint job, like you can put a food processor in it, you can pick the interior colors, all sorts of cool stuff, and it's kind of buggy when you upgrade a ship to that. So I would highly suggest just buy the 325A solo as a purchase if you can. Okay, so you're still going to be under or close to $100. So getting a starter game pack for as cheap as possible and then buying a 325A outright solo is still going to be around $100. Okay, So that's what you should be. That's what your goal should be, is a 325A. As far as like patch 3.12, patch 3.13, I don't see it changing in 3.13 that much, or even, you know, in the distant future. It's a really nice ship. It does everything that you need a ship to do for a solo ship. You can run bounties, you can run high risk bounties, you can PvP in it, you can dogfight in it, you can, you know, do solo missions, ground missions. It's got a bed, it's got weapon storage. It's just what you should be flying if you're just a solo player and you like playing the game. And we're talking about fighting here. Obviously mining and blah blah blah, that's all different aspects of the game that we're not talking about here. This is PvP ships under $100, okay? So I hope this helped. There's a lot of clickbait videos out there, like I said, and I had to voice over this. I'm new to this YouTube thing, but I started this channel specifically because I've been playing this game for so long and over different iterations of the beta, and it kind of frustrates me that all these channels have popped up that just give misinformation to people, and it's kind of clickbaity, and they're getting views, and a lot of people are just like, what do I buy? You know, they just don't know because they're watching these videos, and you know, some of these channels are steering people in the way wrong direction. Okay, you shouldn't be investing in, like, you know, a Nomad Pisces Reliant series. You know, it just doesn't make sense, especially if you want to do any sorts of PvP. Can every ship kill? Yes. Can every ship fly? Yes. But some of these ships are specifically exponentially better at what they do. So, starter ship, game pack. So you should be getting your game pack that just lets you play the game, and you just get to pick Mustang, Aurora. Okay? From there, it should be, I need to get an Avenger Titan. If you like the game and you want to continue to play, that should be your main solo starter ship. Okay? Then it should be a question of, do I want to upgrade the Titan to a 325A, which isn't that much more, but like I said, I suggest you buy it solo. That way you have the Titan and a 325A. So it should be, should I upgrade to that? Or should I have the Avenger Titan and a Light Fighter Gladius, which is probably the better route. So you will not go wrong having an Avenger Titan in your stable. I just prefer to have the 325A over the Titan. And then on the Light Fighter category, it should be All Day Gladius is what you should have. And then from there, you can build your stable up. So, you know, you can go the Cuddy route, you can go the Freelancer route. I suggest the Freelancer, which I'll make a video about that in the future. But, you know, as you build up your ships and you play the game more, you can buy ships in-game for in-game currency. It's just how much do you want to farm and how much do you want to spend. So your stable should look, as a new player starting this game out, it should look Aurora, Mustang, potentially keeping one of those just to have it, and then Avenger Titan 325A, make that choice, and then Light Fighter category Gladius, and then upgrade to, don't upgrade, but then consider, you know, getting a Cuddy Black, if you play with another buddy, a Freelancer, which I can't say enough good things about the Freelancer, but that's for another video. But I hope you liked the video, and I hope this was helpful to at least some people that are new, that don't know what to spend their actual money on, and what you need to do, what you need to buy, and where you need to go. Okay, I appreciate you for being here. I'm going to try to put out like a video a week. Like I said, I don't do this for a living, so I'm just simply trying to help out and trying to make like a more helpful channel, because like I said, we just need to get some proper information out there. Okay, but I appreciate you. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.